Today I'm going to share with you an experience about growing up in Lesotho. So, what do the Basotho mean when they say I love you? Growing up in Lesotho, uh, young men and boys who wanted to engage in intimate relationships used this phrase, Kia Rata. It means I love you. My parents, best friends, siblings, nobody used this phrase. And this has been my understanding of the phrase from about the time I was born up to um, the time that I moved to the United States. That's in the neighborhood of 1999. So, when I come to the United States and I hear somebody saying, I love you, to a large group of people, or to me, I it just makes me wonder. And I think, what do you mean? Because I remember that as a little girl, when I heard that phrase, I would just be giggling. And my friends and I, coming from school, we would have these little girl conversations like, did you hear so and so said Kia Rata to, you know, some or other girl, and we would say Baratana. Baratana, B-A-A space R-A-T-A-N-A. It means they like each other. So, and that was a big thing for girls my age to talk about. This is late primary school, late elementary school, and early high school. Because of the connotation, premarital sex at this time was taboo, and so to hear that people were having this type of a conversation was, I mean, for me, it was funny. It was funny, and I would just giggle all the time. So imagine now, come to the United States, and somebody tells me I love you. Here comes the mind of a 13-year-old back in Lesotho, and I start giggling again because this is my memory of what it means when somebody said to me, I love you, or said to others, I love you. And now it becomes even more interesting in a larger group setting when somebody stands up and says, I love you. Now, at the time I was thinking, what do you mean? How could you possibly love all these people? How do you just barely met all of us and you love everybody in here? How? Should we acknowledge all this love? Should we have felt it? Should we feel it now as you speak? Should we witness it somehow? Does it even matter? Or is I love you just something that needs to be said, or is it an action? So now time has passed, and I'm looking back on my experiences back in the city, and I'm thinking I am inclined to say that the Basotho people more show love than talk about it, because my parents never used this phrase I love you, but they opened enormous opportunities for us to learn different languages, to be educated in the arts and the sciences, to be self-sufficient, to be able to know how to make crafts, raise a garden, all kinds of things that you can imagine. This for me was enormous love, but they never said I love you. My close and best friends in school, in college, in elementary school, this was not their language. So I come here to the United States, and when I hear the phrase I love you, my little girl ears, the antennas, they just stick out immediately, and I want to giggle, but I have to work so hard to contain myself, because even as, how do I put this politely in the American culture? Even in my old age, or even as I'm approaching old age, this is still funny to me that you can say to an absolute stranger, you can just get up and tell a group of people, I love you. What do you mean? What do you mean? How do you help this Lesotho woman understand that this is not in the intimate context? And I know it is not, but I'm just saying, what do you mean exactly? What does it mean? Do you have to do anything, or you just declare your love for somebody and that's it?
No, I'm just asking. Well, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.